Well, it has reached that time for the fundamentalist of the week. And this week, it is brought to you by Illinois Congressional Representative and Christo-fascist Mary Miller. Now, Mary is the kind of person who, after she was sworn in, and she was sworn in on a date that lives in the infamous history of the United States, January 6, 2021, she decided that the thing to do in her speech after getting sworn in was speak words of praise about Hitler's youth program. One thing that Hitler got right, she said, was that he had the youth. And then she tried to walk it back like she didn't mean what she said, that she didn't mean to praise Hitler. But there are lots of ways that you could talk about how Hitler used the youth without making it sound anything like you are praising that genocidal motherfucker. Now, recently, she had this to say, and for those who can't see it, this is a tweet from Mary Miller, a congressman in the United States of America who apparently doesn't know what the Constitution says or is or means. And she said, "It is deeply troubling that a Muslim was allowed to lead prayer in the House of Representatives this morning. This should never have been allowed to happen. America was founded as a Christian nation, and I believe our government should reflect that truth, not drift further from it. May God have mercy." Well, the unfortunate thing for Mary is that the gentleman in question is a Sikh, not a Muslim. And chaplains of various stripes open Congress with prayer. Why? Because we have the separation of church and state that says that you cannot privilege one faith over the other. You cannot privilege one faith over the other. Even you can't privilege one kind of Christianity over the other, much less say that Christianity, that we were founded as a Christian nation. Now, this is the kind of stupid nonsense that has been debunked over and over and over again, but apparently she must be a fan of David Barton, who peddles that nonsense with his wall builder stuff, because in the clip that I'm going to show, or that you're going to hear, that's the show that she's on. So this is Mary Miller talking about Pride Month.
Psalm 18, and sadly the left hijacked June to present perversion, to cause gender confusion, and basically to give license for individuals to be indecent in public. And I'm taking it back for the American family.
Okay, so let's just break that down a little bit. You support a man who in public said that he likes to grab them by the you-know-whats, and that he likes to walk in on naked teenage girls because he owns the pageant, so he gets to do that sort of thing. And you are conflating Mary Miller being homosexual with being a groomer. All you need to do, Mary, is go groom pastor, sex offender. See what happens.
Go search.
You want to talk about grooming? And quit misappropriating that word. That word has a very specific meaning. And people like Chris Rufo, that fascist, I can't even hardly talk about that, who intentionally spreads disinformation and misinformation, has co-opted that word. People like him have co-opted that word to make it sound like any person who's gay is going to turn your kid gay. And gender confusion, I've said it a million times, there have been trans people for millennia, and they are revered in multiple cultures. There's nobody, I'm persuasive, I'm a good public speaker, I'm even reasonably talented, but I can't convince anybody to be gay, lesbian, or trans, because that's not how that shit works.
It's not contagious.
It ain't contagious.